Welcome everyone to today's preschool Bible lesson. It's time to talk about love. The most important thing to know from this series is that God is love. We can know and learn how to love by knowing Jesus and accepting Him into our hearts. As we go through our series, we are going to look at some pretty cool examples of love and find out how we can live out of love too. Let's have some fun today before our story. It's game time.
Hi everybody, and welcome back to What is Love? Now, I'm your host, Mel, and we have our returning champion, Miss Lexi. Now, are you ready to dominate this episode of What is Love?
I think so. I'm ready.
You did really good in our first episode, so I'm really excited to see what you're gonna do.
Yes.
So for our first question,
Okay.
really important you get this one right. We gotta start off on the right foot. It goes like this. Love is A, kind, B, mean, or C, gross.
Ooh. Love is, I'm gonna have to go with A, kind.
Oh my goodness. You got it right!
Woo!
Way to go! Starting off right, love is kind.
Awesome.
Now here we go. For our second question, which one of these is loving? Hitting your friends, sharing your toys, or running away from a spider?
Oh, I hate when I have to run away from spiders.
Yikes.
I think loving is when I share my toys. I love sharing my toys.
Yes!
Oh, yay!
Sharing your toys is
Awesome.
the best way to show love with your friends. Way to go, Miss Lexi.
Thank you.
Now, for our third and final question. You ready?
I think I'm ready.
Okay, everybody, I need everybody to calm down. You guys listening? With no sprinkleifications on the table. 3 for 3. If someone asked you for some help, what is the loving way to respond? We have A, yelling no and walk away. B, help them the best you can. And C, pretend you're an eagle and fly away.
Oh, well, to be loving, I do really love eagles, and I love pretending that I can fly. So maybe pretending like you're an eagle and flying away?
No, sprinkleification! Too late. The real answer is help them the best you can. That's the best way to help somebody and show them how you love them when they're in need. Now let's jump into our Bible series.
This is the story of David and Jonathan. Jonathan was the son of a king named Saul. David was a boy who worked in the field, and Jonathan was a warrior. One day, David surprised everyone in King Saul's army and helped them defeat a giant in battle. That was the first time David and Jonathan met. Because of this victory, King Saul let David join their army with his son Jonathan, and over time, they became best friends. Jonathan even gave David gifts to show him how much he loved him. He gave David his robe and all of his weapons. David was one of the best warriors in the army. He had success on every mission and was loved by all people. King Saul became very angry and jealous of David and his success, so he came up with a plan to hurt him. The king tried to harm David many times, but God was with David. King Saul's plans continued to fail, so he asked his servants and Jonathan to get rid of David. Jonathan loved David, so he helped keep him safe from his father's plan. Jonathan asked him to stop, but but King Saul did not listen. Jonathan knew that David would have to leave town to be safe from King Saul. David and Jonathan met in a field one last time to say their goodbyes. Even though Jonathan's dad hated David, Jonathan still chose to show him kindness. Jonathan told David to go in peace because they had sworn friendship with each other in the name of the Lord. Even though they could not see each other, David and Jonathan remained best friends and were a great strength to each other. Jonathan loved his friend as he loved himself.
David and Jonathan did not let any differences come between them. We can use this story in the Bible to help show us to love our friends. Even though some people may be different from us, can we still love them? Yes! If some people don't like the same things that we do, can we still love them? Yes! David and Jonathan had a loving friendship because no matter what, they wanted what was best for each other. They weren't mean to one another, but instead lifted each other up, just like Jesus lifts each of us up. This is a perfect example of how we can love in our friendships and any other relationship. So now before we go, let's go ahead and do our memory verse.
Hello and welcome back to Memorizing with Mel. Now, who can guess what this memory verse is all about? Well, if you guessed love, that is right. We get our verse from 1 John chapter 4, verse 19, and it goes like this. We love God because He first loved us. Now we know what the verse is. Who's ready to do the memory motions? Motions. Oh, I'm sorry. I got a little distracted here, but hear how it goes. So we love God, cross our arms. Everybody knows that this is what love is because He first, point up, and then we're gonna go back to crossing our arms at loved us, and then our thumbs are gonna go back for us. Easy enough, right? Now, before we do our verse, when I say la la la, let's jump up from our seats and say one thing that we love. Now, I'll give you a second to think about it. And here we go. Oh, I didn't say it. Who jumped up? I saw you in the back. You definitely jumped up. Okay, for reals now. On a count of 3, I'm gonna say la la la, and we're gonna say one thing that we love. La la la. I love socks with hearts on them. Oh wait, and Jesus too. Whoa, you guys like some really interesting things. Okay, now before I get too distracted, let's get back to our memory verse. On a count of 3, let's do it all together. 1, 2, 3. We love God because He first loved us. Great job. Now let's do it one more time. Here we go. We love God because He first loved us. Wow, you guys are really getting the hang of this. Well, I gotta go find my missing sock, so I'll see you next week.